I got to show you this video where men are thinking with logic, reasoning, and business, and women are on here thinking with emotions.
Was it a mistake to leave Clark off the Olympic roster?
What I have learned in my time with USAB is that Team USA's mission is to construct the best basketball team in the world. Now, as a fan of Katelyn Clark, I would have loved to see her on that stage, doing what she has always done, making moments that grow the game. But Team USA doesn't select simply based off of fandom, especially when the world is catching up. It took a buzzer beater from Stewie for them to beat Belgium in the Olympic qualifying tournament earlier this year. So to me, the primary factor looking at all of this was experience. 9 of the 12 players, as you mentioned, Molly, have competed in the Olympics before. 2 others were all WNBA, and one, the last spot, if you're going to try to list them down, was Finals MVP. And if you dive into her position, the point guard position, again, they chose experience. Diana Taurasi, Chelsea Gray, Sabrina Ionescu, and even if you put a combo guard like Kelsey Plum into that category. Now that has opened them up to criticism because Diana's about to turn 42, even though she's still averaging 16 points per game.
42, really? 42. Who are these people? I don't even know these people's names. I only know Brittany Griner because of her going to jail. That's it. I don't know the rest of these people. Nobody knows these people.
Chelsea Gray has yet to play this season in the WNBA. And if you had the opportunity to put one of the most popular athletes in the world right now on the roster, you chose not to do that. And to me, that decision was largely based off of experienced basketball as players, not necessarily what's best for business, because the world is coming. And I know Andrea will highlight some other factors like the physicality of overseas, especially for guards, is 10 times what it is in the WNBA. The familiarity of the roster is important. 8 of the players that made the roster played together at the World Cup in Australia. All of those things factored in the eyes of the committee. Was it a missed opportunity to grow the game? Yes. But to me, it looks like they were more concerned about missing gold.
So if we're trying to go to goal, because we have a precedent here. This is not like this is to be the first time that we're adding a WNBA player. Because you remember in 2004, they put Diana Taurasi on this team. You remember in 2008, they put Candace Parker on this team. And in 2016, they put Stewie on this team. Now, I'm not saying Katelyn Clark is going to have the career that these, but we have a precedent here. They put the men's team, added Christian Laettner. In 2012, they added Anthony Davis because Blake Griffin got hurt. To highlight some of the things that you said, Sinead, is that hadn't played all year. Chelsea Gray hasn't played all year long. So what are we doing? Are we really at some point in time, we've got to stop talking about we're trying to grow the game. Because listen, is she as accomplished? Will she ever be as accomplished as a Stewie, as a Asia Wilson? And I believe those two, obviously, they're slam dunk. They're the 2 best players in the WNBA, hands down, and it's not even close. But are we really trying to grow the game? Because this is the most popular women's basketball player in the world, and it ain't close. They had to move the Mystics game to an NBA arena. Name the time. And I'm going to turn it over to you because I don't want to get long-winded. I want somebody, one of our women colleagues, Stephen A., to tell me when a WNBA game has had to be moved because of a woman player. Just one. Just tell me one. Because I know in her attendance, she's averaging about 17,000. All the other WNBA games in which she's not a participant average about 7. So are we really trying to grow the game? Is that what we're really trying to do? Or are we just talking about we're trying to grow the game and just bull-jiving?
If you want to go from a marketing perspective, sure, Katelyn is extremely marketable. However, I just want to pitch this to everyone. Imagine Katelyn joining this team and spending time on the bench. What is the conversation going to be about the entire time the Olympics is going on? Why isn't Katelyn getting more minutes? Why isn't Katelyn playing? I'm sure people will tune in, but what will the conversation be then?
Who says she needs to be on the bench? Let the girl play.
I think it's really interesting. Head coach Christy Sides for the Indiana Fever said that a monster was woken up in Katelyn Clark, and I think that is wonderful. I think motivation for Katelyn is wonderful. I'm going to say this, a monster has been woken in all of the women that were selected for the Olympic team also because the conversation is again centered around Katelyn Clark.
Perfect. Thank you. She just admitted it because the conversation was about a more popular player, and you're jealous. You want all the attention in the spotlight to be on, we've been doing this for a long time. We deserve all the attention. No, you're not entertaining.
If your only argument for Katelyn is that it would have been a great marketing opportunity and you don't have basketball experience or chemistry with the group listed in your reasoning, I don't want to hear it.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad you said it. Next time you guys complain about the pay gap, remember, we don't want to hear it. This is exactly why you guys have yet to turn a profit. Sports is about entertainment. Doesn't matter your resume. It's entertainment.
Everything y'all said does not matter for this particular instance. We don't want to hear anything about Team USA. We know they won 7 straight goals.
And see, that's the thing. Nobody knew. I didn't know they won 7. I didn't even know they played. I don't know when they play. I don't know. Nobody watches it. The truth is, you guys are just jealous that they're finally someone that's marketable. You just all trying to prove that you're all better than her and you guys should get the attention. No, she's just the first likable girl. That's it. She's more likable. And she is kind of Steph Curry-esque in the WNBA as far as the way she shoots. Of course, nobody's really dunking like that, but shooting is something that we like to see too.
You just highlighted 7 straight gold medals. Oh my God, we're really worried that they're not going to get an 8th. Oh, we really worried. I mean, we got to make sure that spots 1 through 12, every single such spot that is picked. I mean, it's got to be, because it's pivotal, Shannon. I don't know if you noticed, Shannon, it's pivotal. I mean, they won 7 straight. They might not get 8. They might not get 8. Stop it. You know good and damn well, with or without Katelyn Clark, they're going to probably win the gold again. That's not what this conversation is about. This is about what I will personally label the idiocy of Team USA women's basketball. How dare you make this decision? It's stupid. And I'm going to tell you why it's stupid. I want all the ladies on this squad to know every single one of y'all are deserving of it. Katelyn Clark does not deserve a spot ahead of any of the players on this roster, okay? If we're talking just basketball, you know we're not. You know we're not. You got a max salary at $250,000. You had attendance, although it was trending in the right direction, certainly wasn't where you wanted it to be. And as Shannon pointed out just the other day, you got a team in the Indiana Fever with their struggling selves, struggling to win a damn game and be relevant. No team in the WNBA was worse other than the winless Washington Mystics, okay? And they went from 4,000 in attendance to 17,000. This girl is box office. I said a rising tide lifts all boats. What you do, especially if your team USA and you're trying to be globalized, it is an opportunity to globalize the WNBA brand. So people like Brittany Griner, you know, God bless her soul, and others don't have to go to Russia in the off season to play additional basketball to get extra income.
Okay, that's BS. Okay, if you make $250,000, that's pretty much a doctor's salary. You don't have to. Doctors don't have to get side jobs, okay? But I get it. You're on ESPN. You got to be politically correct.
They could stay right here if the sport elevates its popularity and you ladies start getting what you richly deserve. I'll even get a bit personal to Janea Gumake and Andrea Carter. I recognize the fact that y'all are outstanding basketball analysts. You know how I feel about both of y'all. I told you privately. I've told the world publicly. I think y'all are a tag team for the ages. I think y'all are spectacular. But as spectacular as you are about talking the game of basketball, is that why you think I call for you to be on First Take? It ain't just because of your expertise. It's because you're great television.
And let me piggyback off that. I'm going to say what Stephen A. really wanted to say. They fine as hell. They're attractive women. They're not ugly, masculine-looking women. These are very feminine looking women. They don't no tattoos. I mean, they're really clean. They look polished. They look classy. I mean, in the brain, they're not there, but they speak well, and they look good on TV. It's marketing. They're basketball analysts for mostly men's sports, but they've never played men's sports. But does it matter? Do you want to look at a bunch of guys talk sports? Or would you rather look at a fine, attractive woman talk sports? I think you should kind of have a mix of both.
You matter. You draw an audience. This man, I don't even call Shannon anymore unless I'm teasing him about the Saturday Night Live skit. It's the truth, Shannon. That's the only time I call him Shannon. You know what I call him now? I call him Shay or Shay. Why? Because damn it, that brand is growing. You understand what this man has done to help lift First Take? I ain't apologizing. You make decisions, marketing. I want people watching. I want eyeballs. I want advertising dollars. Why? Because he'll get paid. Y'all will get paid. And guess who else will get paid? You see where I'm coming from? That's what it's about. Stop acting. Otherwise, we know this. You don't sit up there and pass on Katelyn Clark. It was stupid, Team USA. It was a dumb decision. Everybody, there's always somebody that's a sacrificial lamb. I respect the hell out of Rebecca Lobo and what she broke down. I understand it. It was a stupid decision because it compromises what your ultimate goal is, which is to elevate the WNBA brand. How can you be that idiot? I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about Team USA. How could you be that idiotic and not make that call when throughout history, Team USA has been in part about marketing? It's dumb. Period. Floor's y'all's.
If it's a dumb marketing move, Stephen A., I hear you.
Marketing.
But Team USA is not Team USA is not worried about the marketing. That is not Team USA's mission right now.
You're not worried
Team
about
USA
gold.
is trying to get a gold medal.
How do you sit there and smile after saying something so crazy? That was stupid. So now it's all about winning. It's not about pay. It's not about marketing. It's, you know, the WNBA doesn't get any marketing. No one cares about the WNBA. You finally get an opportunity, and now it's all about winning. Oh, we don't care about marketing. Okay, cool. So keep that same attitude when you guys are complaining about the pay. You don't know how to market. You're shooting yourself in the foot. You know, there was a time when the NBA wasn't nearly as big as it was. You know what made the NBA transcend into what it is now? It was the Dream Team. It was Michael Jordan, the most famous basketball player in the United States at the time in the 90s. He was on the Dream Team. And from then, it became a global brand because the world was watching. The world found out who they were. You don't just get rich from people watching it in the United States. That's your majority of your fan base, but the United States only has 300 million people. The goal is to grow your brand globally. You grow your brand globally, you get eyes all over the world, all over Europe, even in Africa, China, everywhere. Everybody is watching it. If you can make it marketable. Obviously, no one's been watching it, even though you've been playing for Team USA. No one knew when it was. But you finally get your Michael Jordan, and you guys don't want to. Y'all don't. Oh no! It's about the best basketball team. And get the hell out of here. It's not entertaining, and you're wasting your opportunity to make it the WNBA a true global brand. And that's totally fine. I don't care how much you guys make. We just get sick and tired of trying to explain to you all why you guys are not making the money that men make.
Then we go on to acknowledge there are many others who didn't do enough of a job of promoting the WNBA. You know why we didn't do a better job of promoting the WNBA? Because the numbers, the eyeballs, the interest, the sizzle, the headlines were not there. No one cared. The public didn't care. And so now you have somebody, that has the world caring, and you say to her, well, you know what? We want to make purely basketball decisions. It's the right thing to do, and we got to be worried about how other people are going to feel. But you're still complaining about the max salary being $250,000. You're still complaining about the absence of eyeballs. You're still complaining about the lack of headlines and notoriety and pub and cachet. You're complaining about all of these things. And the one person who has proven they can alleviate that concern, that could ultimately serve to benefit the better whole, now we want to sit up there and get all altruistic and stuff and talking about, hey, it's about the sanctity of the game and the level of competition. You're going to win by 30 without her, just like you'd win by 30 with her. It don't make a difference. You make the call because of the betterment of the whole in the end. That is not compromising your integrity. That is business. And y'all are going to find that out.
Thank you. They're going to find out the hard way, this golden opportunity that they missed. And I think as far as to project future-wise, I don't see anyone really growing any popularity outside of Katelyn. Because most of y'all aren't really likable. You're hating on your own girl that's part of your brand. You see, men are thinking business. Women are thinking emotional. Oh, we're better than her. Oh, she's getting more attention than us. We've been doing this longer than her.